What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Paint Society Uncut, the series where we're just hanging out and painting. We have a beautiful Formula Red S2000 right here, and it's ready to get painted. We went ahead and we fixed a couple dents and some scratches in this area, and we have our blend panel. Now we're blending into the front door because even though we have the same color code, there's always variances. So we'll take our color, we'll keep it below this body line right in here, we'll blend our color, and then we'll clear it. This panel has been sanded with 600 grit, and this panel has been sanded with 600 grit as well. Water-based cleaner, I soak it up, and then we'll take it down in one direction. Now what I'll do is I'll do the blend area first. Even though I washed this whole car, I don't want to carry the residue from the primer into my blend area. And with the solvent, we'll do the same thing. We'll make it wet. We want to make it all shiny. I don't want any dry spots. Dry spots just mean an area I did not clean. An area I did not clean can be fish eyes. And try your best to do one direction, okay? If you happen to go zigzag, it's not gonna kill you, all right? But you try the best practices that you can. So what I'm gonna do here is, I'm just mainly gonna cover my primer area. This is a primer red. This is called Color Build. It's phenomenal and it makes life easier. I'll probably get out of this in about 3 coats. So we're gonna let this dry for about maybe 5 to 6 minutes. We're not gonna keep on putting layers on until it's covered. We need this to kind of like skin over, so when the new paint comes on, all right, there's a barrier there. It can keep building and building and building. If we try to put all this in like one shot, we're gonna defeat the purpose. We're gonna have too much paint. It's not gonna dry. So let the chemicals do the thing. They're already flashing as I'm talking. In just a few moments, we'll put our second coat base on. Go ahead and hit up that second coat. This time, we're gonna take it a little bit further. We're gonna start to carry into the door. We have a couple little feathered out areas on a door edge as well as the handle, so we'll make sure we get paint into those areas. So I have like a little small dirt nib or like a little piece of lint or something right here in the door edge. Now this is splashed off. This is an Eagle Abrasives hand pad and K800. This stuff is good. You don't have to worry about digging in. It's right here. I'm just gonna come over it barely, and the hand pad takes the aggressiveness off like your finger trying to dig into it, and it disperses it evenly, and it clearly just took it right off, and that's it. We leave it alone and we're good to go. There's no need to sand base coat, okay, unless you have dirt or something in it. I probably have maybe, it's looking a little bit lighter here than I expected, so I'm thinking 2 more coats. Let's knock on that third.
And on the second coat, what we really want to focus on is getting those 2 panels, the quarter panel and the door, matching. We already have the same substrate underneath. We want to keep that paint gun moving. We never want to stop right in the middle of the panel. This is going to ensure a nice even surface for when our clear coat comes.
And we're gonna knock down what should be the 4th and final coat, and then we'll turn the lights off and check for coverage. And we'll see if it's ready for clear, but it's looking pretty good.
And nothing special here. We're using our DV1 1.3. Now these guns operate at a much lower PSI, so we're sitting right around 13 to 14 PSI with a 75% overlap.
So I got the lights off, and this is the most important step before you clear, right? Red is super transparent. So in order to make sure we can emulate what this car will look like once it's cleared and once it's outside in a bright sunny light, we have the 3M Sun Gun. Now, there's other guns that you can get for a fraction of the price. I'll put in the description that probably work a little bit better, that don't die every 2 minutes. But it does work pretty well. we are looking for any light spots, okay? Looking at my edges over here. These are tendencies, or these areas that have tendencies of not getting full coverage, and it looks pretty good to me. And I think we are ready to clear. Our blend looks good. It's a solid. It's not really hard to blend. Let's go ahead. Let's give this another additional 20 minutes. Let's let all those solvents come out of the paint completely before we trap them with clear, and then we'll go ahead and top it down with some clear coat. Got the clear mixed up, and I'll show you this, guys. In the meantime, I picked up this Goliath paint locker, and it's got a lock on it, which is awesome. And you know, you guys have your investments of your tools. You need to lock them up. You never know who's coming around at what points of the night or whatever it might be. And I love it. It's strong, it locks well, it's easy, and in case you got one of those bad paint jobs, you can always take an Excedrin. I know this is not a sponsored video. I'm going with the LPH 400. It's one of my first guns I ever had, right? And I fell in love with it all over again. It just is very basic, but it does the job so effortlessly, all right? It just does it. I mean, I can't say anything bad about it. Let's head into the booth. So we are ready to clear, and I'm just gonna take my tack rack and run over the surface, just looking to pick up any sort of lint or debris that might have settled. But this paint is super smooth, guys, super smooth. The clear is just gonna lay on there. And if there's any little dirt or dirt speck or anything like that, we'll just buff it out. It's no big deal.
So when we go to spray that first coat of clear, it's probably the most important coat of clear. If we overdo it, if we put too much, we're going to have a saggy panel that we just can't recover from in the second coat. We just want to put the clear coat on. We're not using the edge between the quarter and the door as a breaking point. We're actually going past it. This way we can make sure we're not building up on any of those edges and giving us an ugly lip. Just keeping it moving always. I'm probably around 23 to 24 PSI. Honest guys, I don't check pressure. I just go with it. I look what the droplets are doing, and then I roll from there.
All right, so second coat, it's been about 10 or so minutes. I really gotta get low and slow on this one. I really wanna make it look nice, so I'm really gonna be watching my paint go on.
So moving on to the second coat here, I just want to reiterate that I really want to watch the paint go on. You cannot expect a good paint job if you're not watching what the paint is doing from the side, okay? That's the best angle to watch it from. So I divide it into 3 quadrants, the front half of the door, and then you'll see I take it from the half of the door into the half of the quarter panel, making sure I'm never stopping on that lip. We want to make sure that this second coat of clear is going on smooth. To have to come back and spot it up is going to be tough because the clear is already going to be dry. It's not going to be a good look. So make sure you take your time on that second coat.
So here we are the next day. It looks really good. I want to go ahead and buff where I need to, but I don't want to have to rewrap this whole top. You know, I learned from my last time I painted one of these, some people in the comments were telling me that, you know, that top is very hard to keep clean. So make sure that you cover it. So we already have it covered right now, and we're gonna keep it covered. So I'll go ahead and just kind of border out an area for my tape, and then we're gonna utilize a shop lift. We don't go into shop too much because that's mechanical area, but we're gonna utilize a shop lift to bring this up since it's such a low car, and go ahead and buff it and make sure we can get all the areas that we need to see. Good, straight back. There you go.
And pulling the car out of the booth is probably one of my most favorite things to do, to see what it looks like in natural sunlight. Now this S2000 had seen better days, so we went ahead and we jazzed it up. We buffed the whole car up. We buffed where we painted where we needed to be. And I want to let you enjoy these 2 clips of Diaz and I getting to work and bringing this car back to life. that's going to wrap things up for this episode. If you want to see more on this car and see the full build, make sure you check out AHC Garage. They have the full version of this car. And until next time, guys, this is Brian from Paint Society reminding you, don't overthink it. It's just paint. I'll see you guys on the next one.